How to eat a pizza? Do you use your hands or do you use a knife and fork? You can pick up your slice, gently fold in the crust.
Welcome, brave viewers, to another gourmet descent into culinary madness. Today's delicacy hails from the chaotic heart of street food purgatory, where hygiene is optional and flavor is a fever dream. Our chef, a fearless gastronomic anarchist, begins by ceremoniously breaking a biscuit in half. Not with a knife, not with finesse, but with the raw aggression of a man who's seen things. He then inserts what can only be described as fermented pickles, rescued from a haunted swamp, marinated in regret. But why stop there? He plunges the stuffed cookie into a mystical elixir, an unholy cocktail of sacred cow menstruation, bull semen, and a Molotov blend of 57 sauces, each more suspicious than the last. Somewhere in the chaos floats a single ash grain from a Ganges cremation site, adding that extra smoky despair. As the concoction bubbles like a witch's curse, our culinary warlock grins, unaware, or perhaps fully aware, of the biochemical warfare he's unleashing on humanity. But wait, there's dessert, the grand finale, a glistening blob of what appears to be human excretion, lovingly basted in syrup, served on a banana leaf like it's Michelin-starred misery. It jiggles ominously, it whispers to your soul, and just as you consider calling an exorcist, he eats it and smiles. God help us all. Introducing the heritage broth, a timeless infusion crafted using methods passed down through generations of culinary visionaries with absolutely no regard for modern convention. Each batch begins with a meditative boil in a communal vessel, where flavors are coaxed gently from unknown origins into a warm, opaque masterpiece. But the magic lies in the filtration ritual, a delicate process performed through hand-woven cloths, seasoned by years of family history and kitchen poetry. For those with truly refined palates, the experience doesn't end there. By selecting the legacy filtration upgrade, your broth is blessed with one final pass. Through grandmother's ceremonial petticoats, worn exclusively on special occasions and during emotional farewells. This imparts the legendary agrippicante note, a mysterious twang of emotion, silk, and ancestral umami that lingers long after the final spoonful. It's not just a soup, it's an edible memoir, bold, intimate, hauntingly delicious. In this horrifyingly memorable episode of Street Food Gone Rogue, a local chef takes artisanal to a level no health inspector could ever condone. Armed with nothing but bananas and the dirtiest feet this side of the equator, he begins by peeling the fruit with care, only to crush it underfoot with heels and toes caked in years of street seasoning. His toenails, blackened by mysteries better left unsolved, press deep into the pulp, infusing the mixture with what can only be described as a robust aroma of decay and desperation. Just when you think it can't get worse, he adds a generous spoonful of mystery powder, perhaps MSG, perhaps garlic, or maybe just a desperate attempt to mask the unmistakable scent of fermented soul. The result? A banana shake with notes of trauma, hints of Foot Locker, and a finish that lingers far longer than it should. Viewer discretion isn't just advised, it's mandatory. Welcome, fearless food adventurers. Today we're diving into the exhilarating world of extra-organic bakery, a bold place where hygiene standards aren't just ignored, they're actively mocked. Our culinary daredevil kicks things off by liberally splashing what suspiciously resembles pure AC drip water, proudly sourced from a sketchy container. Just when you thought it couldn't get tastier, in tumbles some strawberry-like fruit bits, fleetingly spotted in the hands that could rival archaeological artifacts, ancient, crusty, and untouched by modern cleaning techniques. Soap? Never heard of her. These hands carry the rich heritage of 10,000 bacteria civilizations, bringing authentic, earthy flavors you'd only find after digging through your backyard compost heap. Next, our master baker passionately kneads the dough with hands that haven't encountered a sink since the Stone Age. This technique, fondly known as microbial infusion, proudly ensures each pastry has that signature, "Is this safe to eat?" flair. Forget food safety inspectors. Bacteria fear these hands. As we approach the final act, our brave chef casually lays the dough onto trays that appear to have witnessed the rise and fall of empires. And yet, cleaning supplies remain a foreign concept here. It's not merely pastry baking, it's a thrilling game of bacterial roulette. So, dear viewers, if you believe cleanliness is overrated and enjoy a side of reckless culinary courage, welcome to Extra Organic Bakery, where every bite is a daring gamble with destiny. Bon appetit, or maybe just good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another chapter of How Is This Legal? Today we travel deep into the chaotic heart of Indian street food, where gloves are an urban legend and personal space is something you donate to your ingredients. Our star chef, a man so confident in his immune system he might as well be made of penicillin, prepares a dessert using the ancient and totally hygienic method known as elbow mixing. That's right, no spoon, no ladle, just full-on arm immersion into what can only be described as a primordial goo of industrial-grade flour and heat stroke. He begins by dumping in 47 ounces of flour, which the yellow radioactive mix devours instantly, like it's not batter but a sentient being absorbing nutrients before launching its final attack. Honestly, if he threw a small car in there, I wouldn't be surprised to see it dissolve too. This stuff obeys no laws of chemistry, physics, or common decency. With all the grace of a man mixing concrete in a thunderstorm, he plunges his elbow deep into the churning abyss, churning it like he's trying to summon a demon, or maybe suppress one already living in the bowl. But the show doesn't stop there. No, after the potion has stopped bubbling like nuclear waste, our culinary daredevil begins shaping it into hefty little rolls, dense enough to stop a bullet and suspiciously resilient. And what goes inside these edible landmines, you ask? Oh, only the finest fillings. Metal shards that may or may not be recycled hinges from his neighbor the blacksmith, and what looks like torn rags that have survived decades of attempted cleanings, probably passed down from generation to generation as cursed heirlooms. He rolls it all up with care, like a man packaging secrets, and slaps it on a tray as if daring anyone to eat it. And the wildest part? Someone does. Someone actually eats it.
Hey.
Pick your bags and maybe some hydroalcoholic gel. Today's journey begins aboard a distinguished airline, where the interior design features a sophisticated palette of yellowed plastic, aged gracefully by years of mystery moisture and questionable cleaning routines. The tray table folds down with theatrical suspense, revealing a curated selection of crusted substances, some sticky, some flaky, all unidentifiable. A true sensory experience. Upon arrival, the journey continues through a transportation hub that functions simultaneously as a train station, open-air shelter, and unofficial petting zoo. The air carries a bold bouquet of fermentation with base notes of damp fur and decay. Goats, dogs, and possibly other mammals roam freely, weaving between sleeping passengers and modest piles of excrement arranged like abstract sculptures. A change of scenery leads to a local fairground, where thrill rides operate on a unique system. One man, one barefoot, and one unstable accelerator pedal. The pirate ship swings with unpredictable fervor, accelerating to speeds that suggest either divine intervention or complete mechanical disinterest. Onlookers watch as the ride veers dangerously close to airborne, a reminder of past incidents involving rivers, headlines, and silent prayers. The final stop, an aquarium experience designed to inspire and haunt in equal measure. A mermaid figure descends into the tank, equipped with goggles, determination, and a lack of formal choreography. The children observing the performance respond with the kind of terror usually reserved for tax audits or surprise math exams, scattering from the glass with impressive agility. The mermaid waves. The children do not. End of tour, no refunds. Here we are again. Another glorious day in the wild world of Indian street food. The setting? A massive, blackened iron disc that looks like it was salvaged from the ruins of an ancient sewer temple. But fear not, it's not just a cooking surface, it's a stage. With silent confidence, our culinary sorcerer begins the ritual. A slick spiral of oil, origin unknown, possibly divine, possibly drain pipe, bubbles ominously at the center. Then comes the drop. Tender, reddish lumps, carefully arranged like holy offerings. No words, no explanations. The oil hisses. The mass tightens. The chef pokes, stirs, meditates. And then, boom. Like a man possessed, he explodes the centerpiece with his ladle. Steam erupts. Guts go flying. A wild curry appears, summoned from the underworld. And it's at this moment, mid-chaos, that you finally ask yourself, wait a second, are those hearts? What did you think this was? Some dainty picnic in a pastel-filtered food vlog? Wrong universe, darling. Here, everything gets smashed, fried, and sacrificed to the gods of spice. This isn't your auntie's polite stew. This is a dish so raw and brutal, it's only missing the chef dipping his balls in it for that extra kick of authenticity. Remember to drop your comment, especially if your stomach survived this madness. Welcome back to Street Food Madness, where hygiene is optional and your pancreas cries silently in the background. Today's star? A bald man with a glorious ring of side hair, moving like a caffeinated octopus between trays of what might technically be called desserts. He's not cooking, he's summoning things. Sticky things, glowing things, things that hiss. Each metal tray contains a different abomination. Spheres soaked in syrup, rolls drowning in radioactive goo, and what looks like jalebi fermenting in a golden liquid that should be sugar, but smells like public restroom at high noon. Honestly, it's like someone boiled cotton candy in regret and topped it with a splash of eau d'Urnal cake. And our chef, let's call him Sweet Baba, doesn't even blink. He slaps that syrup around like he's baptizing it, mixing trays with the enthusiasm of someone who's just stopped caring. The customers, lined up, eager, ready to throw money at what looks like dessert but may legally qualify as a biohazard. Kids are wide-eyed, not from wonder, from warning. Even the flies are hovering from a safe distance. This isn't food, this is urban witchcraft. Ah yes, another heartwarming tale from the vibrant world of street food, where every bite is a gamble and every flavor tells a story. Today's delicacy? None other than the majestic porcine posterior, lovingly referred to in culinary circles as the backdoor brisket, or more accurately, the pig's anus. We open with a thorough cleaning because nothing says bon appetit like a dramatic close-up of someone power washing yesterday's regrets from a pig's rectum. A true testament to hygiene. The chef, armed with industrial-grade caustic soda and dreams of Michelin stars, proceeds to exfoliate the area with more love than some people show their spouses. The scraping is oddly intimate. If you've never seen an anus get a spa day, now's your chance. Salt is generously applied, not for flavor, but perhaps in the hopes that the laws of nature can be reversed through sheer sodium. Then comes the boiling, where the meat is cooked just enough to tenderize but not enough to forget where it came from. As the last heroic tufts of hair are shaved from the rim, you begin to wonder, is this dinner or a surgical procedure? Finally, our star ingredient is diced into unrecognizable morsels, perfect for that classic culinary roulette experience. Someone in the crowd will get the asterisk in their spoonful. Surprise! All in all, a dish for the daring, a moment for the brave, and a nightmare for the squeamish. Gordon Ramsay would either faint or franchise it.